Hey, this is James from Outlaw Frags, and we're going to hang out today, and I'm going to have a little bit of coffee, and we are going to talk about 4 samples that I got. And these are all natural perfumes out of New York. I would love to say the name, but it's written so tiny on the box. I have a hard time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the screen along with the notes because I don't know if you can see backwards. It's King of Time. Let's see if you can actually read the camera in this thing is actually pretty good. It lists the notes, but it's so tiny I'm having a hell of a time reading it. And that's even with, these are cheaters. They're not actually glasses, so what I have to use to read. Getting old is not for sissies. But smelling good is for everybody. It doesn't matter what age you are. So let's take a look at this. I definitely really like the boxes, these tiny little boxes. They are very attractive and well printed. It's just, I understand that the printing has to be really small because it is a tiny little box. Now this is actually a decent size vial, so I am very impressed with that. These were sent to me so I could check them out. And I am extremely grateful for that. I don't have a whole lot of experience with these dabbers, so I got 10 fingers. We're going to put some on each finger. And this is the King of Time. Right off the bat, this is extremely woody. So I imagine there's going to be some woods listed in the ingredients. And yes, it is very woody. It's a heavy scent. There's something else in here that I'm getting a whiff of, but I'm not sure what it is. This is really nice. Would this be one that I am going to wear on a normal basis? I don't think so, but this smells good enough that I am definitely gonna enjoy what is in here. Yeah, this is really nice. The young lady that makes this did an incredible job. I don't know if that's the actual color of the juice itself. It doesn't really pick it up on camera, but it's a really nice amber color. With many of the fragrances we see today, they use an artificial dye for the coloring, so they could make a pink, purple. Mugler, Terry Mugler is a wonderful example of that. He's got the Terry Mugler clone series, and they're the rainbow of colors. When I hear guys say, "Oh, and look how dark the juice is," and that's just the dye that's in it. It ain't got anything to do with the juice, but it always makes me smile. This is really, really well done. It's very well blended. It is so well blended, like nothing really pops out. I get just a really nice, kind of a dark, woody base. With the way that this smells, I bet it lasts forever. This is, in all honesty, this is my first exposure to all natural perfumes. So this is a really cool experience for me too. I'm glad I'm being able to share it with you. I do wish that I could read the notes. I could see the notes on the box, but I just can't read them. They are so tiny. I can see that it says organic corn alcohol. Juniper berries are the other ingredient that I'm smelling. It's really smooth and woody. I would definitely recommend somebody getting a sample of this and try it and see if you like it. I definitely am digging it at this point in time. So if it's Kings of Time, is this one full bottle worthy? Will I be looking to purchase a bottle of this? Not so sure right off the bat. I want to wear this a few times to really get a good feel, but right now I'm enjoying it. Absolutely. And next up, and if you've had any experience with these, leave a comment below and let me know what your thoughts are and what your experience has been with them. I know that the young lady that sent me this was super generous. I just sent her a message saying that I was kind of interested in what she was doing because like I said, I had no experience with organic perfumery. And she's all, well, I'll send you a cup. I'll send you some samples. So thanks to her very much. I do believe she's the young lady that's the actual perfumist, the marketing agent, the whole 9 yards. I think she does everything on her own. Wow, this juice is really dark. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it shows up pretty good, boy. And this one is called Sprouting Calm. It's, I'm gonna lie to you, it's so tiny I can't read it. Here, I'm gonna turn around to you and see if anybody else can read it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna look these up online and see if I can. No, it doesn't want to focus, being that it is so tiny. I mean, I would need a magnifying glass on top of my readers. So let's take a sniff and see what we get. Get this little guy open. Dab a little on the finger. That's why God gave me 10 fingers. Well, 8 fingers and 2 thumbs, so I can put a little bit of fragrance on each one of them. Oh, this is really nice. This I like a lot. And it's so well blended, like I can't really see anything that really pops out as an ingredient. Vetiver, I can almost read it. It says left. Okay, here we go. I can read 3 out of the 4 ingredients because these are about 4 ingredients a piece, and it looks like organic, lavender, and then vetiver. There is, I think that says thyme, but I'm not 100% sure. Herbs. It's got a real herb scent to it. So it must be the thyme or thyme, however you want to pronounce it. I can just barely smell the lavender in the background. Kind of supporting everything. Like I said, these are so well blended. I imagine the vetiver is going to poke its head in the dry down, poke its head up so that you can smell it at that point. These are, she has done an incredible job with these. I will really say. Absolutely wonderful. She should be really proud of the product that she's producing, because I know that I'm very blessed to have this, to be able to check it out. I just wish my eyes weren't so bad. That's like I said, getting older is not for sissies, but smelling good's for everybody. Yeah, I definitely can see myself wearing this and being very happy about it. So far, out of the 2 that I've checked out so far, this one I am enjoying a little bit more. So we will pop this one back in the box because I do not want anything to happen to these. So I treasure them. And this one is Sprouting Calm. So keep that in mind. This next one that I'm picking up is called the Spice of Life. And I gotta say, while I'm doing this, I really appreciate all you guys that have come back time and time again, left comments, thumbs up, and subscribed. It really means the world to me. This isn't exactly a review. This is just the first impressions. But I really appreciate the fact that you guys have sat back, got a cup of coffee or whatever, and kind of enjoyed my first impressions of this, and taking the time out of your day to spend it with me. Time is precious. We only get a certain amount of it. It's not infinite. And I am really grateful that you guys have spent some time with me. Like I said, the color of this one is almost completely clear. And this one is Spice of Life, so I'm expecting to get some spice out of this one. So I'm going to get some on my hand and then see if I can, in my infinite inability to see at this age, if I can read some of the notes. But right off the bat, I can definitely smell a spice. Its scent profile is definitely different from the first 2. So I took another look, and I actually could read this after I get the light just right. So the ingredients for this one, the Spice of Life, are organic corn alcohol, ginger root, and then looks red ginger, clary sage, and then I can't see if that says leaf, but I get cardamom and nutmeg. That's what the last one is. This is really, really good. This one is bottle worthy in my opinion. I really, really like this. This is outstanding. All of them have been really, all of them are good. I'm going to say that right up front. But this one I really like. She did an amazing job on this one. The amount of work and time spent to go through and create something like this has to be tremendous. Once again, this one is Spice of Life. Wonderful. I really, really like this one. I think I said it once before, but I'm going to say it again. This one I really like. This one I would like to have a bottle of. Absolutely. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go see the next one because I've got 4 of these. This last one I have here is called Desert Bloom. The notes on this one are organic corn alcohol, which is the carrier like it should be in all of them. It looks like the notes are actually black pepper, rose absolute, and sandalwood. So this actually just contains 3 notes. It's got a really nice, pretty amber color. You know, I will say for being a Dapper vial, these are really big. This is very generous. You know, you can definitely get a few wearings out of this. This is probably 3 mil, maybe 4. I do wish that it was in a spray vial, but you know, you can't complain. Let's take a sniff of this one because I got a feeling I live in the desert. Even though I'm up here in Minnesota working on the farm, I actually live in the middle of the desert in Arizona. So let's see if this reminds me of home. I want to be careful. I don't want to spill this all over. This one is definitely a little tighter than the others. So we're going to go on this hand now. See what this one smells like. I will say it's been a couple of minutes since I put a tiny little bit of the Spice of Life on, and it has matured into something absolutely beautiful in just a couple of minutes. You did a wonderful job on this one. Absolutely lovely. I'm going to have to see about getting a bottle of this. Oh, okay, this is nice. If anybody has ever lived in the Phoenix area or Mesa or any place, you'll know that you'll get once or twice a year where the orange tree blossoms, and you get the orange tree blossom in the air, and it smells wonderful. I get that right off the bat. It's not as sweet as when the orange trees blossom, but it's got definitely the vibe of that. This is wonderful. Desert Blossom. You know, I want to look again what the it's amazing because there is no orange or anything in here that's like that. It's black pepper, rose absolute, and sandalwood. This is the bee's knees, in my opinion. Wow, this one checks all the boxes. This one is wonderful. This is the best. This is the one that I like the best out of the 4 samples that I got. It's amazing that you could take 3 notes and make something that smells so good. Sorry about putting my hand in my face, but that's where I've got the fragrances on my thumb. This is. I really have to work on all of my adjectives because I get tired of using the same ones. I think you guys get tired of listening to the same adjectives over and over. This is super smooth. This has got a hint of sexiness, at least in my opinion. Desert Blossom is definitely one that I would rank right up in there that I would like to have a small bottle of as well. It is blended so well. I can't pick out the black pepper or the rose, you know, or the sand. I can kind of feel it's got a creamy feel to it, and I'm assuming that's got to be the sandalwood. It's the only one of the notes that's really kind of got a sweet creaminess to it, and with the way that this is blended, it's absolutely perfection in my opinion, which is just my opinion. And if you don't like mine, you can get your own. I can't pick out individual notes on this. The only thing that really kind of stands out to me is there's a creamy vibe to this, and just a real light touch of sweetness. Um, but the black pepper doesn't like jump up and punch you in the face like Dior Sauvage. This is a Rose Absolute, but I really, really, really dig this. This is absolutely divine. Out of the 4 samples that I have smelt sitting here with you with first impressions, this one has made the biggest impact on me. I really, really like this. I like the fact that it is super smooth. It's extremely well blended. The notes are simple. That you're talking black pepper, um, Rose Absolute, and then there is sandalwood. So this one is definitely, in my opinion, full bottle worthy. Um, it's divine. It's absolutely wonderful. Longevity and projection I can't address due to the fact that I'm just doing initial impressions. They all smell. All 4 of these smell really good. The last 2 are straight bangers, in my opinion. I definitely would like to get my hands on a bottle of the last 2. This Desert Blossom and the Spice of Life really ring my bell. I like them very much. Amazing, these last 2. So all of them, like I said, all of them are really good, but the last 2 really, really speak to me. I really want to say thank you for taking the time to hang out with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know that I enjoyed my first impressions of these. It's an amazing little house out of New York. Super stoked that I got them and I got to try them out. Like I said, it was extremely generous of them to send them to me, and I really enjoy the fact that I got my nose on them today. So with that being said, which is kind of my catchphrase, thank you. This is James from Outlaw Frags. And remember, there is no bad time to smell good.